Hello everyone, it is Hannah, your Sparkling Spectrumite. I hope everyone's doing okay. I don't know about you, but I am so over this cold weather. It's awful. Like today it's, maybe like mid-20s and it feels downright balmy compared to what it was. So hopefully again, everyone's staying warm, staying safe because it is really, really cold. So, the piece I'm working on, well, first of all, my goodness, I'm like totally out of sorts here. Welcome to week 3 of Wrap Up a WIP. If you're not familiar or you're just joining us, Wrap Up a WIP is a diamond painting event that myself and Laura with Anxiety Art Adventures organized. And really, it's just to encourage all you WIP queens and WIP queens to get out there and finish up a WIP. So that is the whole point of the event. It's just something fun. We thought it would be a fun thing to do, encourage people, because I don't know about you, but I definitely have multiple WIPs that I would love to finish. And it's just a fun thing that we've been doing. So the piece that I'm working on, or the WIP, so I had started this back in January of 2023. And yeah, as you can see, I'm still working on it. It is now January 2024. So the piece that I'm working on is Kitten Bedtime Stories. It is a Diamond Art Club kit. It is a square drill. It is also 38 by 27 inches or 98 by 70 centimeters. It has 61 colors. And it's a big kit. Lots of confetti. I am still plugging away at confetti, but I think I'm almost near the end of it because really all the confetti is in the quilt, which is what I've been working on. So some tools that I'm using is I'm using this WIP wax. This is from Laura herself, Anxiety Art Adventures. She has a small business called WIP wax, and I thought I would use her lemon sugar because it smells amazing. And I don't know, guys, maybe it's like giving me warm weather vibes because it's so frigid outside. I'm also going to use some putty here. I've got some watermelon lemonade from Painting with Pitties, and that is Bree. She also has a channel, as does, Laura. And let's see, what else? My pen here is this absolutely gorgeous pen from Enabler's Outpost. It's just beautiful. And Enabler's Outpost is also one of our sponsors for this event. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm using a single tip brass placer on one end. And then something new here is I actually finally broke down and got one of the Diamond Art Club multi-placers, those skinny multi-placers. And this is an 8-placer, total game changer, guys. Like, I don't know why I waited so long to jump on this multi-placer train because it's amazing and I love it. So yeah, I've got the 8-placer, definitely going to be buying more of these. And I had just wrapped, as you can see, that little bit of green. I just wrapped a little bit of washi tape around the end of it to make it fit into my pen right, and it's been snug as a bug and fitting very well. And then the last thing that I'm using is this nice tray. So this is a Creations by LEP tray. She is also one of our sponsors. And I've been collecting her trays for a while now, over a year. And they're just good solid trays. They come in lots of colors. For me, they're a nice size. The drills line up very nicely in it, as you can see. It slides in and out really nice. It's got a little stopper here. She also gives you 2 stoppers for each tray, just in case you need an extra. And yeah, her trays are great. Cover minder I'm using. This is an older one I got. It has nothing to do with this kit, but I don't know. It's just in the mood. I use cover minders too, guys, not just to hold back my plastic, but honestly, just to have something kind of pretty to look at. And I just love this one. This is like kind of like a Marie Antoinette, pretty French lady or, classy lady. And I just thought it was pretty. And again, part of it too, guys, it's giving me springtime vibes. And It just sounds really nice. It's so cold here, guys. I don't do well with cold. I don't like it. And yes, I shouldn't be saying that because I live in the Midwest and the Midwest is notoriously cold in the winter, but it's just cold. It's really cold. It's awful. But anyways, let's get into it. So, oh Lord, guys, I am almost done with this quilt part. I'm like, okay, so I'm filming today. Today is what is it today? Okay, so today's the 18th. I'm really hoping I can get this finished, guys. I have to admit, I do have some doubts because again, it is very confetti heavy, but I'm going to keep working at it because, and honestly, I'm at the point too, like, even if I don't quite finish, like for the event, I want to keep going. Like, I really have, like, despite the confetti, I really have enjoyed doing this kit. It has been so much fun. And I've really enjoyed it. And the colors are really nice. I think that's really been the big part of it because it gives off such really cute winter vibes, but it also has really nice bright colors in it. So I really do think this was the perfect kit for the event, despite the size and despite, just kind of how big it is confetti-wise. But I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. And frankly, February is a really cold month here too. So it's kind of like, you know what? It just really fits right into the season. It's just a really great winter painting without being a holiday painting. And it's got great colors. Like, look at this cute teddy bear. I mean, it's adorable. Yeah, so I'm really loving this kit. And yeah, I've already decided that it's like, okay, if worse comes to worse, and I don't finish it, then I'm just going to keep plugging away into February. So I'm definitely now motivated. And now that I've gotten all this confetti done too, it's almost like now I have to finish it or else all that confetti will be for naught. And I don't want that. Because it's a lot of confetti, guys. All right, so I hope everything's going well with you guys. Definitely let me know how you are. I know I finally feel like I'm catching up on things. So I was sick since pretty much the 31st of December. And I'd finally gone in to get antibiotics. My husband finally was like, Hannah, this is like day 10. You've got to go see a doctor. So he did. And as you can tell, like, I'm still somewhat congested. And yeah, what did we say again? Yeah, it's the 18th that I'm filming this. So this stuff has been lingering, man. But this week, I finally felt kind of like functional, like I could get stuff done. So really this week has just been kind of playing catch up, to be quite honest. It's just been kind of getting household chores done. I had my daughter for a couple of days too, just because, so it was a 3-day weekend. And let me know if you guys got to do anything fun. I know for a lot of people it was a 3-day weekend because of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I know for my daughter it was, but it actually ended up being extended into a 4-day weekend because here, so from Saturday to Tuesday, like Tuesday afternoon, we had like a severe wind chill warning, which means it was pretty much like, it was at the point where it's like over 10 minutes of exposure outside and you were going to get frostbite. Like, it was really bad. It was ridiculously cold here. So the schools, despite there like not being any snow or anything, they were worried about kids waiting outside for the bus and things like that. And so they actually canceled school on on Tuesday. So my daughter ended up having a 3-day weekend. So, and she, it's kind of funny. Like, my daughter loves snow days and everything, but with this one, she was kind of just like, aw. And I think it's part of it's because, like, with a snow day, there's usually snow, and this one there wasn't. It was just frigid cold. So it's kind of a day where it's like, well, you couldn't really play out in the snow. And, she loves school. She loves her friends. So it was just kind of a boring day at home with mom. So I think she was happy to get back to school on Wednesday. And I think yesterday, Wednesday, I think we got up to like 40. We were all pretty excited about that. And I think that's what, like, next week, it's crazy. I was looking at the weather forecast and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be in the 40s. Like, that sounds amazing right now. Because it's been so cold, guys. And again, I do not do cold well. Like, I get really achy and it's just like that bone chilling cold. You walk out into it and it like stings your face. It knocks the wind out of you. It's just, yeah, I don't like it. But again, I live in the Midwest, so what are you going to do, right? Just is what it is. But yeah, it was a really good weekend. We watched a ton of football. For those of you who may not know, my husband and I, we are huge. Oh, Charlotte, what are you barking at? She's like a bird. She's been crazy barking at birds lately, guys. Like a little bird will flutter by and it's like all hands on deck. She's like convinced she's going to attack this bird. Charlotte! No, thank you. That's not what I meant. Okay, sorry guys. You just might hear her barking. Hopefully she'll stop or the bird will fly away. I guarantee you that's what she's barking at. Because she's been, I think, because here's the thing. It's been too cold for her to go out. And Charlotte, for those of you who may not know, Charlotte is a Great Pyrenees. So Charlotte is a Great Pyrenees. Like, she's instinct, like, she's a watchdog. That's what she does. She likes to patrol around the yard. She likes to make sure she's outside watching everything. And then literally at the end of the day, like, she comes in. Like, it's almost like she knows her shift is over. And, you know, for those of you who may be familiar with Great Pyrenees, oh my goodness. Ooh, you know what? Maybe she's barking because I have a package. That might be good. I hope she's barking at that. But, yeah, she's definitely a livestock guardian dog, but obviously we don't have any livestock. So what does she come to guard? She guards us and the house. And that is her way of, you know, fulfilling like what she is. But, yeah, like it's been too cold for her too. Like obviously with weather like this, like we did not have our dogs outside. So I think she's even getting a little cabin crazy too. Like, why aren't you letting me out? And I'm like, because I really don't want you to get frostbite on your paws. Because that would not be fun. But a couple little stragglers there. But yeah, so we watched a lot of football this weekend, which was fun. So again, like how I was saying before, we're a big Chiefs fan. And so we were watching that Chiefs game on Saturday. We actually had my in-laws come over because it was streaming this time. Like usually it's just on like cable, and this time it was streaming. And we actually have that streaming service. And we're like, oh, and my in-laws didn't. So we're like, well, let's invite them over. Which I was a little nervous about because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be like wicked cold. Are they going to be okay driving? Like it was, I don't know. I worry about my in-laws a lot more, you know, with what they're going through health-wise. But it ended up being, it was really fun. I'm going to load a little more wax in. And notice guys, like Laura's waxes are huge. Like these are going to last you forever. And what I do is I just kind of like scrape it into my pen like that. And then kind of flatten it out. And we're good to go. Oh, it smells so lemony and fresh. Smells like summer. That's not here. But yeah, it actually ended up being really fun. My in-laws really enjoyed the game. And that was like quite a game too. Because that was like, I think the fourth coldest game on record for the NFL. Yeah, so it was like, it's bad because I'm like, that looks absolutely miserable to play in, but it was so much fun to watch from the comfort of our home where it's warm and we had like the fireplace going and everything like that. And I actually know people who went to that game. That's what's crazy. So like if any of you are football watchers and if you were watching that game, I actually knew a couple of people there and I'm like, wow. Like, I don't know. I love watching games and I'm definitely a fan, but I am definitely not that hardcore. That would be, yeah, that just does not sound like fun. But yeah, so we watched a lot of football, which was really fun. Finally, really, yeah, so, and then we had a 3-day weekend. Well, it was a 3-day weekend for Maggie and I, because, you know, she didn't have school on Monday. My husband, though, had to work. Like, it's actually one of the few working holidays that they do, so he was at work. But that's okay. And then we had Tuesday off because of the cold. So, yeah, honestly, guys, really, it's just been kind of chilling and, you know, tried to get some more diamond painting in. Like, and I think that's another thing, too. Like, that whole time I was sick, I barely did any diamond painting. Or else I really think I probably would have progressed faster on this kit. But again, it just is what it is. And yeah, just really it's been staying warm. Again, really catching up on things. Like when I was sick, like I pretty much didn't do anything. So once I was feeling better, I'm like, okay, I need to still, like, I'll be honest, guys, I'm still taking down Christmas decorations. I feel like I'm doing pretty good this year though, because like last year, I don't even think I got all of them down until after February. Like it was ridiculous. And now I'm almost done. I'm almost done getting Christmas stuff down. So I feel like that is a vast improvement from last year. And then not only that, last year in January was when I had my hysterectomy. So like I was out of commission for that, that's another thing, guys. I was thinking about it. It's been 1 year since that now. And I mean, no way am I pushing, oh, do this, you know, but for me, that was probably one of the best things I ever did for myself. Now like reflecting on it, now that it's been a year, it's amazing how much better I feel. And how like I'm not anemic anymore, and like it just, yeah, it was great. So just a little reflection on that. Like for me, it was a good decision. By no means would I be giving medical advice or anything like that, but for me it's been really good. Now that I've had a whole year to like really see how I feel and to reflect on that. But yeah, so just catching up, doing some cleaning. Kind of branching into something, well, it's not branching into something new really. It's like, I'm like saying it like it's a hobby, but it's not. But one thing that's been totally new to me is I am working on getting myself, my husband, and my daughter passports. So that's been new. Filling out the paperwork for that and setting up the appointment to like go in person and do all that. So that'll be something different. Yeah, believe it or not, my husband and I've traveled internationally, but I've only traveled like across the border to Mexico when I lived in Arizona. And when I was younger, if you lived in Arizona crossing into Mexico, like you didn't need, you know, like you could just show your ID and that was it. You didn't need a passport. But we are probably looking at some travel plans this summer, which is why I'm now having to apply for passports. So that's just kind of new. And yeah, it's crazy enough. My husband and I, we've never held my husband, he's never even traveled internationally before. So yeah, so that's been a whole new thing, which has been, it's not hard. It's just more tedious than anything, especially when you're doing it for 3 people, because, you know, that's what I've been doing. Cause you know, my husband works and my daughter's at school. So I've been filling out all the paperwork and stuff like that. And again, like, it's not that hard. It's just more tedious. And I think I'm probably placing more stress on myself than I need to, because I'm just like, really wanting to make sure I fill it out right, because then you have your appointment to like go in person and submit everything and all that. And I'm just like, I don't want to mess it up. Because also there's a timeline too. Like I have to make sure our paperwork is sent at a certain time so we actually get our passports in time. So, you know, got to make sure I'm like, that's another reason too. I'm like, the last thing I want to do is like mess it up and cause delays, because that wouldn't be good. And the nice thing is, yes, we have a backup plan if that happens, but at the same time, it's like, I really just rather resort to plan A and not have to go to plan B. So we'll just see. But yeah, that's been kind of interesting. Definitely a whole different process I haven't done before, but all in all, it's not hard. I think it's just doing it for 3 people. And then I had to make sure we had like, you know, all our documents, and then you got to make copies of those documents, and the copies can only be a certain way. And then, and then you got to make sure like you fill out the forms in only black ink and like just all that fun stuff. Again, just making sure that I'm getting it right and not getting it wrong. But yeah. But really, yeah, I mean, that's all I can really think of that's going on. Let's see, coming up. It was really fun. Did an Oraloa unboxing. So that's already up on my channel. I'm probably am going to be kitting that up fairly soon, just because I'm very curious about trying an Oraloa painting. So I'm really excited about that. I'll probably be kitting that up coming up. I've got a small shop haul coming up, which I'm excited about. Well, it's like a little mini haul. It's not like a haul, but you know, got a couple of new things to show you. Let's see. Another thing I've really been enjoying is I've definitely been, I've always been a reader, but I'm definitely more on a reading kick right now. And I've read 2 books this month, which were really good. And one of them, so the first one, I think I talked about it in my last WIP and Chat, was really good. But the second one I read, oh my goodness, guys, it made me so excited because first of all, it's got an autistic woman in it, like the main character, the protagonist, she's autistic. And then the author is too. So I don't know, like that made me so incredibly happy just to read a book with more autistic representation in it. And I really hope like this woman writes more books because I absolutely loved it. Like totally made me cry at the end, which is hard to do with a book. I don't cry a lot in books. I can name maybe like a handful that I have. But yeah, this one definitely got me in all the feels just because I think she articulated so well, like what it's like to be a woman on the spectrum. And, you know, like I loved it. I really, really liked it. So if you want to read something like that, it's called Cassandra in Reverse, and it's by Holly Smale, Smale. And yeah, I just loved it. And again, it was just really cool to see an autistic book character because, the more representation, especially with women on the spectrum, for me, like I absolutely love because, you know, we're still, for those who might be new, I'm autistic as well. I was late diagnosed at 35. And I don't know, like to me, just having more of that representation and seeing that there really are a lot of us out there and we just want to get our stories told and, you know, show like, oh, okay, like this is what autism can look like, is really important to me. And, it's a really good book. But, which leads me to, I am really having fun on, my new Bookstagram account. Like I'm having so much fun with that. I've gotten, I hate that I like had to start a separate account. And, you know, I guess that's just like what algorithms do. They kind of want to like pigeonhole you to one thing. However, doing that now that I have like a separate Bookstagram, I do really love it because I'm getting so many fun book recommendations and just some really, I don't know, like I've been introduced to books that I wouldn't have thought of before. I got back into Book of the Month. If anyone's ever joined that, it's super fun. I was a huge Book of the Month member during the pandemic and then, you know, kind of stopped for a while, but now I've like restarted my membership and that's been super fun. come across like now like a lot of really neat like bookish small shops too. So I'll probably be doing something like that in the near future, guys, is doing another small shop with like bookish things like I did you know, a little while ago, because I really enjoyed that. And so I'll probably be doing that in the near future, because with Bookstagram, I have found so many fun, like bookish small shops. And I'm just like, I have to share this with everyone, because it's too fun. Like there's just so many cool things and so many creative people that I'm like, I got to share as much as I can. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that. So this new book that I'm reading, you know, I don't know, like the jury's out right now. Like it's definitely dark. It's kind of graphic, and I haven't gotten to the part yet, but apparently it's also a little spicy. So we'll just see what that's all about. But yeah, I mean, so far it's definitely an interesting premise, but it definitely, what are you doing, Sunny? Sunny's like, he's like right underneath my feet right now. Yeah, it's definitely, it's a different type of book. Like, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give it away, but it's called Butcher and Blackbird. So yeah, look it up. It's interesting. And again, the jury's out because I'm only like 3 chapters in, so I haven't read that much the past 2 days. I really haven't read that much. I don't know why. I've just been tired too, so that's the other reason. I'm just like, I'm gonna go to bed. Because that's the thing, guys. I wish I could listen to audiobooks, but I've tried and I just can't. So I have to read them myself. I have to read the printed word or on my e-reader. And yeah, so unfortunately, it probably takes me longer to get through books because I can't listen to them. It really annoys me. I don't know why, too. Like, I've tried, like, even the other day, I was trying again. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just need to try again and try an audiobook and just see if I like it. And about, gosh, like 2 minutes in, I was like, nope, can't do it. I don't know why. I've got like this mental block against audiobooks. And they're not bad. That's the thing. I wish I could listen to an audiobook, but I just can't. I don't know why, but I can't. So it just is what it is. Yeah, but yeah, that's about all. That's so reading. Watching, honestly, I really haven't been watching anything. I think it's because I've been reading. So I am going to try a new show, though, that I'm really curious about. And you guys had so many good suggestions at the last live last week, because I was kind of asking, like, what are you guys watching? And I haven't really watched anything since Yellowstone. But I think my husband and I were going to start it tonight, is try that new season of True Detective. Because I had watched season 1 and absolutely loved it. And that was a couple of years ago. And then I never watched like season 2 or 3, but I heard like this new one is really good. And it takes place in Alaska too. So I'm like, ooh, that's kind of a cool setting. That's different. So I'm going to try it. I think my husband and I we're going to try and start it tonight. And then because I know this weekend with playoff weekend, like we'll be watching football all weekend. So I'm really nervous too, guys. Like my Chiefs play the Bills and I'm legitimately like, oh. And they're not playing it at home this year. They have to play on the road. And I'm trying to be optimistic, guys, but I'm not feeling that optimistic. So we'll see. But let's see, other things. Oh, well, shout out to my dear husband. Actually, by the time you see this, it will be my 11th wedding anniversary. So yeah, I'm excited about that. My husband and I were married January 19th of 2013. And yeah, we'll be celebrating 11 years. So we actually were able to, so it kind of worked out. So my husband, again, worked on Monday because it was Martin Luther King Day, but he had to work. But he took off Friday. So again, the time that you're seeing this, hopefully I will be going on a day date with my husband because my daughter has school. So we're like, ooh, you know what? Let's just like spend the day together. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to drop her off at school. And then, yeah, we'll have, you know, a few hours to just kind of go do what we want. Something, you know, we might go have lunch or something, or I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. We don't get to do that too often. I think the last time we did was back in October when we did a day date for like our birthdays. So yeah, you know, we're trying to, like, every 3 months. Oh no, that's not true. We went to go see Adam Sandler too, and we went on a date night. So wow, guys, like, that's impressive for us. We typically don't go on dates once a month. It's like, we try to, but like, when you run your own business from home and everything, like, it's a privilege and like it's a blessing, but at the same time, like, yeah, you don't get time off. But yeah, we are gonna do a day date. In fact, I remember, it's funny because so my husband and I, we own rental houses in our town, and you know we're looking at another one and got to go through house inspection and all that. And we originally scheduled the house inspection for our anniversary. And we were going to do that, but I actually did. I honestly, I didn't like put my foot down, so to speak, but I was like, you know what? Can we actually have this day for our anniversary and spend time together that doesn't have to do with work? And he was actually like, yes, I agree. So yes, I'm excited. So now we don't have to go to a house inspection on our anniversary. It's little things, right? Just little things like that are really nice. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Again, just looking forward to warmer weather because it's just cold. And I know I've said that like a billion times in this WIP and Chat, but it really is, guys. I don't like it. It's too much. And again, it doesn't make me feel good either. Like I get really achy and it's just not as fun. But yeah, so I think like this coming week, we're supposed to be in the 40s and I'm pretty excited about that. So, all right, so let me see how long I've been going. I've been going a little bit of a shorter time today, guys, but it just may be that way. And you know what? I think that's okay. So what I want to do though is, okay, so this is week 3. So we have another prize. So this week's prize, okay, is going to be another tray bundle from Creations by LEP. And so in order to be eligible to win this, you have to watch this WIP and Chat. And you have to comment with the secret word. And the secret word, okay, I've probably already said it a million times, but I'm going to say it again. So the secret word for this WIP and Chat is cold. C-O-L-D, cold. Because that is apparently the only thing that's on my mind is how cold it is. So make sure if you want a chance to win a amazing tray bundle package from Creations by LEP, then watch this WIP and Chat and comment below with the word cold. And let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's going on in your life. Tell me what WIPs you're working on. By the way, you guys are rocking it with posting it on Instagram. I love going on Instagram and seeing all your WIPs. And remember, if you're not on Instagram, you can always email me. I have had a few emails of people working on their WIPs, which thank you so much for emailing me. And I love seeing what you guys are doing. And yeah, and for those of you who may just be joining, it's not too late to join. If you're just now hearing about this, like jump in with us and get a WIP done. Just because an event's happening doesn't mean you have to start it on the very first day of an event. Like, if you want to jump in now and start working on a WIP, just go ahead and fill out that Google form. Laura and I have the Google Forms both on our community posts. We also have it linked in our Instagrams. So it's not too late to join. Or if you're working on another event, because there's a good number of events happening in January, double dip. Work on that. Work on your first event, and then you can do it for Wrap Up a WIP too. That's the nice thing with Wrap Up a WIP. There's no theme. It can be any WIP. So if you want to, you can totally double dip your events, which is something I definitely like to do. But yeah, so make sure again, secret word is cold. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. I definitely want to know. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna wrap this up, guys, and probably call it for today. So again, apologize that it's a little shorter, but it's bad. Like, there really isn't that much going on, and the last thing I want to do is start rambling, because I feel like I could get there really soon. But yes, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is just staying healthy, staying safe, taking care of yourselves, taking care of each other. Keep posting those WIP pics. They are so much fun. Some of you are working on multiple WIPs, which is amazing. Like, you guys are just rocking it. And I just think that's awesome. Like, what a fun way to start the year. Is like, you know what? Let's get some of these WIPs done, because then guess what, guys? Then you have an excuse to go buy new kits, or go kit up another one. It's a great motivator. Yeah, but I hope this video brought you a little bit of joy. It always brings joy to me making them. And I will see you guys the next time. Bye.